Hello viewers, welcome to UNC Digital class. In today's class, I am going to discuss about linked list implementation of stack. We have already discussed about stack and how can we implement stack by using array. We know that stack is a linear data structure in which data are inserted and deleted at one end, which is known as the top of the stack, and it will be based on the LIFO principle, that is last in first out. That means the element which is inserted into the stack last, that will be removed from the stack first. Okay, that is our LIFO principle, and we have already discussed about the implementation of stack by using array. So let's see the implementation of stack by using linked list. In today's class, we will be discuss about what are the basic operation that we have already discussed about it, that is the push operation and pop operation. In stack, when we insert the element into the stack, that is known as the push operation, and when we remove the element from the stack, that is known as the pop operation. And we will be discuss about the linked list implementation of stack push operation and display the stack, and last we will be discuss the pop operation in stack by using linked list. Okay. So first we have to know about what is linked list implementation of stack. We know that we can implement the stack by using array, but if instead of using array, we can also using linked list to implement stack. That means we know that the linked list allocate the memory dynamically, because it is a linked list allocate memory dynamically. Okay, and in linked list implementation of stack, the nodes are maintained the non-contiguous in memory. As it is a dynamic memory allocation system, so the node maintain non-contiguous memory, in which the array maintain the contiguous memory, because that is a static memory system. As linked list is a dynamic memory system, so the nodes, those are stored in the stack that are maintain the non-contiguous memory in memory. Each node contain a pointer to its immediate successor of the node in the stack. We know that in linked list, the node having two parts, one is your data part and one is your address part. Okay, the data part of the node will contain the data and the address part will contain the address of its next node. But in case of stack, each node contain a pointer and it contain the address to its immediate successor node in the stack. Okay, and stack is said to be overflow if the space left in memory heap is not enough to create a node. We are discussing about the linked list implementation of stack. As linked list is a dynamic memory system, so we can allocate the number of node, or we can store number of node in stack dynamically. But if the sufficient memory space is not available in memory heap, then that means it is not able to create a node, that is not sufficient memory in memory heap. Then in that case, we may say that the stack is in overflow. Okay. So this is the pictorial representation of stack by using linked list implementation. So this is our first node which is created first and to be removed in last. So this node having two parts, one is your data part and one is your address part. The data part will contain the respective data and the next part will contain address of its next successor node. This is the next successor node which contain data and its next part contain the next successor node address. In this way, we can proceed it by inserting number of node till the memory space available in memory heap. Okay, and when we stop to insert the node, then you can see the top will point that node which is currently inserted or which are recently inserted. Okay, that means top is the pointer which is used to point the last element which was inserted into the stack, and we can remove that element which is pointed by the variable top. So this is the pictorial representation of stack by using linked list implementation. So let's see the algorithm implementation and of the push operation and what are the different steps for push operation. Okay, we are discussing about the linked list implementation of stack. So we must first create the node which is to be inserted into the stack. So in step 1, we will be create a node in first and allocate to memory it. We know that adding a node to the stack is referred to as the push operation, and in order to push an element onto the stack, we have to follow these steps. In step 1, we must create a node. This is our first node, and when the node is created, we must allocate a memory to that node, and that address will be stored in the variable top. Okay, as we have first node in our stack, so the node address will be stored in the variable top. Then comes to step 2. In step 2, if the list is empty, that means still we are not creating any node in the stack. If the list is empty, then the item is to be pushed as the stack node of the list. Okay, as the list is empty, that means there is no node in the stack, so the node which is recently created, that is considered as the static node of the list or static node which is to be pushed into the stack. Okay, this include assigning a value to the data part of the node and assign null to the address part. When we create first node and it is considered as the static node of the list, then store the data in the data part of the node. You can see each node having two parts, one value part and one next part. So in value part we will be store the data, and next part we will store the address of its next successor node. You can see this is the new node, and when we create the new node, that node is inserted into the list. This is the list. Okay, and this new node is pointed by header pointer, and as usual as the header pointer points the first node of the list. Then comes to step 3. In step 3, if there are some node in the list, that means if some nodes are already created and now we are creating another new node, then we have to insert that new node into the stack or into the list. So in step 3, if there are some node in the list already, then we have to add a new element in the beginning of the list, not violating the property of the stack. The property of the stack or the principle of the stack is last in, first out. That means the node which is recently created, that will become at the top of the stack, and when the node is added to the stack, then we will assign the address of that node to the variable top. Okay, so these are the various steps to perform the push operation in stack by using linked list. So let's see what will be the algorithm and function implementation for the push operation by using linked list implementation. In push operation, here I am declaring all the variables, that means the stack and the data and the top variables are globally, and here only I am receiving the item which is to be stored in the data part of the new node which is created to be inserted into the list. Okay, so in step 1, create the node. Suppose consider the node address is stored in the variable new. First in the step 1, we will be stored the item in the data part of the new node, and we will be set the next part of the new node as null. So this will be done in our step 1. In step 2, we will be check that whether any node is stored in the stack or still the stack is empty. This can be checked by performing this, by executing this statement, that is if top equals to null. That means if top equals to null, it means still the stack doesn't contain any node. Okay, so now we are inserting our first node into the stack. If top equals to null, the condition is true, then we will be assigned the new node address to the variable top, and this will become our static node. Okay, but if this condition is false, that means if top equals to null condition is false, that means the stack contains some more nodes in the list. Okay, then if this condition will be false, then we will go for the else part. Okay, from else part we will go to step 3. In step 3, we will set the next part of the new node as top. Okay, that means top is null and the next part of the new node is null, because still we are creating first node of the stack. Okay, and then in next step, set top equals to new. That means now the new node which has recently created and considered as the static node, that became the top node of the stack, and will be written, then we will execute the end if statement. Okay, let's consider our first node is created. If our first node is created, then suppose I want to create another node in stack, then in step 1 we will be create the node considered as new, that is the new node, and the address will be assigned to the pointer new, and in the data part of the new node we will be store the item which was received when I call the push function, and the next part of the stack will assign as the null. This is our new node. And then in step 2 we will be check the condition that the stack contain any node or not, that if top equals to null. So as we have our first node in the stack, so this condition became false. So we will go for the else part of this if statement. Go to step 3. In step 3 we will be set the next part of the new node with the top pointer value, because we will be set the address of the next successor node to the next part of the new node. Then next we will be declare set top equals to new. Now top will point to the node which was recently created and return then end if. Okay. So this is the algorithm to execute push operation by using linked list implementation in stack. Okay. And this is the function implementation for this algorithm. You can see here I am receiving the item in algorithm, also I am receiving the item variable. Suppose that item is the integer type, and this is the statement, that is struct stack node start. Stack node is the name of the structure. Malloc size of struct stack node. When we execute this statement, then it will be create a node of one data part and one address part, and I will be assign the address to the variable s. Okay. And as per the discussion of the algorithm, so we will first store the item in the data part of the new node which was recently created, and in the next part we will be store the null. Okay. So now our new node is created, and similarly in algorithm in function, similarly in function implementation we will first check that still the top is null or not. That means whether any node is present in the stack or not, or we are creating our starting node. Okay. If this condition is true, that means if top equals to null, this condition is true, then this is our first node we are creating which is to be inserted into the stack. Then assign the recently created new node address to the variable top. That means top now point to the node which was lastly created, and next we will go for the end of the function. Okay. If I want to insert the next node into the stack, in the same process I will be call the push function, that is with argument and no return type function, receiving the item, and in the same process I will be create the node structure or the node, the new node, and assign the item to the data part of the node and null to the next part of the node. So this condition became false because we have already a node in the stack, that means our starting node is already created. So if top equals to null, this condition is false because we have already a node in stack. So come for the else part. In else part we will be set the next successor node address to the node which was created. So set as in the next part of s we will be store the top, and top will be declared as the next node. That means the node which was created as the new node or recently created node address will assign to the variable top. Okay. And exit from the else part as well as exit from the push functions. Okay. So next we will be see the pop operation, and by using linked list we will be implement or will be execute the pop operation in stack. Okay. We know that pop means we are deleting a node from the top of the stack. It is referred to as the pop operation. That means when I want to remove a node from the stack, that operation is called as the pop operation. You can see this is the pictorial representation of pop operation. Here I have a element E, and when I remove this element from the stack or when I delete this element from the stack, then that operation is called as the pop operation, and top will be point to the next node which is present in the stack. And for this we will be execute these two steps. In first step we will be check the underflow condition for the stack. As like push operation, in push we are checking the overflow condition, and in pop we will be check the underflow condition. That means the underflow condition occur when we try to pop from already empty stack. If the stack is already empty and we are trying to remove or deleting a node from the stack, then that situation is called as the underflow situation. The stack will be empty if the header point of the list point to null. That means this is our header point top. If top is null, that means the stack is empty, and at that situation if I am trying to delete or removing the element from the stack, then that is called as the underflow condition of the stack. Okay. Then second step is, if we have some node in the stack and we are trying to delete some node from the stack, then in step 2 we will be adjust the header pointer accordingly. In stack, the element are popped only from one end, therefore the value stored in the header pointer must be deleted and the node must be freed. Okay, that means the top containing the address of the header pointer, header node. Okay, and when I want to delete, so delete this node and free that memory space, and the next node of the head now became the head node. That means when I delete this node, then this node becomes the header node. Okay. So let's see the algorithm and function implementation for pop operation, the linked list implementation of stack pop operation. So this is our algorithm and this is the function implementation for pop operation. In pop operation, first we will be check the stack is already empty or not by executing the statement, that is, if top equals to null, then print the stack is underflow and we will be return. Okay. If this condition is false, that means if top is not equals to null, that means our stack contains some elements or some nodes. Then we will go for the step 2. Okay. In step 2, we will be extract the data part of the node which is currently pointed by the top variable by executing stack top, and we will be store that data part in the variable item. And next we will be set the top equals to next of the top. That means whatever be the address contained by the next part of the top, that will be assigned to the variable top and I will be return. Okay. Then this is the function implementation of the pop operation. Here you can see I am declaring a variable item and I will be check the condition, that is, if top equals to null, then print the stack is in underflow condition and return. Okay. And if this condition is false, that means this condition is false. If top is not equals to null, then, or if top equals to null, this condition is false, then I will go for this part. That is, I will be extract the data part of the node which is pointed by the top and I will be store that value in the variable item and set as s equals to top. That means currently whatever be the address contained by the top, that will be assigned to the variable pointer variable s, and next set top equals to next of top. That means whatever be the address contained by the next part of the top, that will be the assigned to the variable top. And you know that now we can free the variable s. Okay. So execute a free function, that is free of s, which now free the memory space which is contained by the node which is already deleted. The next printf, we have to display the element which was recently deleted. %d delete and item. Okay. So this is all about your algorithm and function implementation for pop operation. Now suppose I want to display the elements or nodes, those are present in the stack. It means displaying all the nodes of a stack needs to traversing all the node of the linked list organized in the form of the stack. And for this purpose, we will be follow these two steps, that is copy the header pointer into the temporary pointers, and in step 2 we will be move the temporary pointer through all the nodes of the list and print the value of the field attached to every node. So this is the function implementation. In function implementation, we will be receive the address of the top, will be receive the address which is contained by the variable top, as top is a struct stack node type pointer, so it will be received by another pointer of struct stack node type. And first we will be check that while m not equals to null. Okay. That means we will be continue our loop until m not equals to null. If this condition is true, then we will be display the data part of the address which was contained by the variable m, and when we display the data part, then we will be proceed in forward direction by setting the address of its next succession node, that is m equals to m of next. In this way, we will be execute or continue this loop until this condition is false. That means when m will set as null or m contain null, at that time we will be exit from the loop, and at that exit from the loop, and in this time we will visit all the nodes those are present in the stack, and now we will be exit from the function. So this is all about the linked list implementation of stack. Okay, and in this class we have discussed about the push operation by using linked list and pop operation, and how can we display all the nodes those are present in the stack. Okay, so in next class we will be discuss about the different expressions in data structure. Until then, keep watching. Thank you.